I feel like there's no institution in this city that feels as real of a place for New Yorkers. And I think, to me, I've never felt more at home in an institution than I do at CUNY. And to me, that really means a lot in terms of my embeddedness in a particular community in my home of New York City. I thought I might want to do something along the lines of engineering or architecture as I was growing up. When I went to undergrad, I thought that I might want to be an engineer, but I wasn't so sure. In my second year, I had to take an elective science, so I took introductory geology. And I loved geology so much that I decided to change my major to geophysics. It helped me, I think, contextualize a lot of the things I was learning in physics into the built environment. My path to doing a PhD was, I think, really non-linear and not entirely expected for me either. I had gotten my master's degree in Earth and Atmospheric Science in this very lab with Jimmy Booth and Naresh Devanini in 2021. When I graduated, I was already part of a NASA fellowship program called the Climate Change Research Initiative. And when I left the master's, I really did not think I wanted to do the PhD, and that I didn't really see why I needed to do a PhD. But then after a year and a half of being a research tech, I changed my mind on that. Now I'm here doing my PhD, and I really could not be happier. So it was a very, like I said, a very nonlinear journey. I am so excited about my first author paper, which is called Increasing Extreme Hourly Precipitation Risk for New York City After Hurricane Ida. This is a project that I kind of thought about as I was coming into the PhD program, and I was so happy that my mentors had funding and actually needed a project that really well aligned. Because for me, I was here during Hurricane Ida. My apartment was leaking because of the rain, and to me, it had always stuck in my head that the flooding and the intensity of the rain in a short duration was kind of unlike anything we'd ever seen in New York City. Traditionally, precipitation research is siloed from the flood research, and I would really like to meld those things during my PhD. I'd really like the second half of my PhD to really incorporate and evaluate what kinds of potential infrastructure projects New York City could build to handle the more intense rainfall that we have now with climate change. One of the bits of infrastructure I'm really interested in is daylighting, or blue infrastructure, which is when you take a stream that has historically been covered up, so the many streams in New York City that have been paved over, but now those areas just flood all the time because the water still goes there. I would love to play a part in figuring out how to daylight streams in a way that they effectively manage stormwater during these really extreme events, but also make parks and create areas and different types of streetscapes that the community would want in there. Doing research in an institution like CUNY is so special to me, and I wouldn't give it up, but at the same time, I can only do it if I'm making a living wage. And so I think considerations like that are really important, and that's why, for example, I'm really involved in the PSC union, because I think it's really important that me and my fellow grad students are able to advocate and get the things we need to survive in a place like New York City so that we can make CUNY the amazing place it is.